So MCG is MCG, right?
I believe so. All I know is that Seb is Kiofo. If I pronounced that right. So you could look for him
What is that with a Q?
with a C, with a C.
So MCG is MCG, right?
I'm not sure. No, he's Atrofix, I believe.
Is Kiofo. If I pronounced that right.
So you could look for him
What is that with a Q?
with a C, with a C. Have you got your YouTube on, Roberto?
I turned it on.
Okay.
I was trying to figure out what that echo was coming from.
So now we've managed to get rid of the deafening silence, and just before the match starts, well, a warm welcome to the viewers.
Let's continue.
Whether it's the morning if you're in the US or the afternoon if you're in the UK. My name's Geoff Hall. I was commentating yesterday on some very exciting matches, and I'm really pleased that I'm going to be helped out and by a very experienced both player and commentator, Roberto Litzenberger. Would you like to say a few words, Roberto?
Hello, guys. I'm excited to see an exciting match here. This actually should be a great one. Two of the best players around for, both teams, and it's going to be an exciting one.
Looking forward to it. I think there's going to be some low PRs here, Roberto, and I believe they've started. I can see that Seb's flag has changed colour. So if Martin Barkwell, who's working in the background, is going to put it on the screen, we can go ahead and view the match and commentate on it.
Let's continue.
Okay, a few opening rolls, Roberto. It looks like Matt is playing with black checkers at the bottom under the name Atrofix, and Qfo, who is Seb, is playing with the white checkers at the top with his home board at the top left of the screen.
Perfect. So early advanced anchor up there for Matt, while Seb is escaping, back checker. Everything pretty standard point.
Yeah, I agree. I think Seb will be trying to get that last checker out. Race is pretty close at the moment, so nothing dramatic. We talked about low PRs. I was discussing this earlier. I think the line would be probably 5.5 or even lower as a combined PR for the two of them.
Yeah, that sounds about right. I mean, 5.6.
Yeah, I think it's they're both. Well, we both know they're both capable of sub 2.5s. Okay. So an advantage to Seb at the moment. He's managed to send a third checker back.
Yeah, great roll there.
Yeah, shame he had to play it twice, Roberto. Okay. Would you spring out here to cause a bit more contact? Yeah.
Yeah, you need to come out here for contact. That third
Your
checker
opponent
wasn't doing
doubles.
anything out there. Perfect time. This cube is correct. I think it's standard. This is a double end.
Yeah. Yeah. So this looks like the first decision, Roberto, really, that Seb's got, whether to hit on the 1 point or to stack up on that 8 point.
Yeah. I like hitting them off the 1 myself. because there's still no development for black. So if he does get hit, it's going to be, it's going to be easier for Seb to come back around.
And would you make the 1 point or hit loose?
Well, this is good. Yeah, no, actually, this is the best play. I guess I didn't see the full roll. I thought he was going to have to lose.
Okay.
Something. Making a point's good.
Yeah, the first point made between them. Matt's busy placing checkers where he's going to be making.
Yeah, this is always frustrating. You have absolutely nothing, and you're getting numbers that you still don't have a board.
Yeah.
But that wasn't very productive. A little more diversification there. And here's another one. He can't make the point he wants.
Oh, my gosh.
Either. He'd really like to stick around for that contact out there on the midpoint.
Yeah, it's paid off.
Out the way. Yeah.
I guess with the two blots, Seb is considering a hit on the 1 point or even leaving the blot.
Yeah, this is a hard decision. I think I'd kick him off the 1 myself.
I agree. I think I would hit on the 1.
Yeah, like this. And now look, he forces him up. So that worked to a charm.
Yeah, that was perfect. So he's just got to clear that midpoint now.
Yeah, but Matt is well timed. I mean, Seb's kind of out of time there. He's going to be able to hold the midpoint. Matt's going to jump out with that other checker now. If he gets a number over a 3, he's going to jump out.
Yeah, that's a good point. And there's again, he could bring that checker out from the 20 to create further contact, possibly.
Yeah, but apparently it's not correct. I probably would have done it, but
I make a lot of errors, Roberto. You'll find that out.
So he's deciding that he wants to, probably go all the way. I would have probably do this play, jump out and cover.
Yeah, that was my play, my initial reaction.
Just because I really need to have a good board fast. So this would probably be my second favorite then.
Yep. If you jump out with the 5, you don't duplicate the covering numbers, that's all, because you're hit with a 3 and you cover with a 4 or a 2. But anyway, he didn't.
But see, now it's harder. He doesn't. He can't do it. That was the risk of that play. Was this?
Yeah.
And that was good. He liberated that back checker. Now he's desperately hoping for a 1. He just wants to cover that checker there. And now he's going to have to.
Oh, should you just play it, make the 2?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh, and this is getting tough. Look, it's very stripped. Big dilemma here, actually. Yeah, he brings it down. I think that's correct. So the ones aren't necessarily good. He does not want to stay out there and get hit with the 1. That would be,
Yeah, I think he's causing enough problems as it is from that 20-point anchor now. Again, it's a consideration, but like you say, all of a sudden, something like 6-1 plays very well.
Oh yeah, this is ugly. And now I think he has to give it up.
Yeah, it's too big to run out.
Ooh,
Oops.
the word.
There we go. Oh.
The worst roll. 11, 12, 13, 14.
So he's got
14 numbers, I think.
Yeah, 11 twos, 5 3 double 4.
Yeah. But in most scenarios, he's going to get another chance afterwards. Don't know what he's thinking. I don't think there's anywhere there's a cube.
No, I wonder what the delay was. Maybe he was considering a cube, but if he misses,
time, he might be thinking of other things subsequently and how he's going to play. Or
okay, that's a good roll.
and that's a
great roll. Yeah.
Now this should be 2-0 here.
Yeah, it looks pretty comfortable from here. There's no gammons, and it looks like the race is too much for Matt to catch up on this one.
Yeah, there's no catching up. That never happens in backgammon.
Yeah, we've never seen that before, have we, Roberto? So it's nice having this rivalry because obviously, although I'm in America at the moment, I'm strongly supporting the UK team, and I assume you're strongly supporting the American team. And it's close enough that we've got a great rivalry here, but some really interesting position with the match score, with the UK just being 4 games ahead from yesterday. So yeah. I think we're expecting some good matches today.
Yeah, no, I love it, but I'm most definitely I love Matt too, but I'm definitely rooting for Team USA here all the way.
Yeah. A good roll for Matt here.
Yeah, I think that's pretty standard with double ones to make the 4 point. A lot of people always question if they should make the bar or whatever, but the 4 is just a great point. And look at this. This is just a great
wow.
If he does not cover that 5, this is well, he did cover it, but this is still a double, I believe.
Yeah, Seb being away, not on the edge of the prime. And
your opponent doubles.
But these prime versus prime are generally considered takes.
Yeah, I mean, Seb just has, I mean, the timing's similar, takes. But he's not up on the edge. And look at this, he can't cover.
Oh.
He can't come up to the edge. You know, he can't bring the other one up like he'd like to.
Yeah, it's an interesting 3. I mean, these are such difficult positions sometimes. Yeah, have you got any preference here, Roberto, on what you would do with the 3?
I don't think I'd do this. I don't like playing behind it. You kind of have to play in order. I might have slotted the 9 and gotten a hit that way.
Yeah. But now Seb's facing a 4th checker back.
Yeah, there's a 4th checker. Yeah, I think you have to hit. You can't step up because you don't want to be hit with another checker. So,
yeah. So Matt's going to need a 1 at some point, but he has got quite a lot of timing to get that. And then, of course, he's going to need a 6.
This is the right idea. You want to slot the back of this prime here for sure. You want to make that 6 prime, cut it off, and you know, kind of force Seb to make the plays on the other side of the board.
Yeah. Well, we need a Ray Fogelin there. We needed a 2-6 from the bar.
Yeah, and then here it is. It covers, and so now low numbers are gold here for both sides here. That's not low enough. Something's going to have to bust there, giving Matt an extra way to get out.
Okay, that's interesting. Forcing Matt to play high numbers at the risk of leaving a block.
Yeah, I kind of like that first play. I mean, what's interesting is, so the high numbers is what you need to, you know, spend all the timing to get there fast. You know, you want them to run out of time.
Yeah, and unfortunately, Seb I mean, I know he's got the 1 and 2, but he can't even contemplate holding that position for long without cracking his board.
Oh yeah, look, I'm down 40 pips. I mean, that's not even enough to have an ace point game, really.
Yeah, he could do with not coming in for about 4 rolls now.
And look, he made that other play, and he's able to keep his board.
Yeah,
It's reasonable. This is it's a reasonable position. Now he's gained a lot more timing, and
and if he keeps rolling high numbers, that's a couple more rolls, and he will have some good timing.
not that.
Yeah, that's a killer.
Yeah, I think this is a territory that Matt will expose that one checker on the 6 and hope he gets run out and hit. Like the pseudo trap. He won't clear that. He'll leave the blot outside, probably.
Yeah, and pick up even more blots. So I would have thought he may have considered 8 to 4. Yeah, exactly what you said, Roberto. Yeah.
He's looking. He's not sure. With 2 blots, you have this party board situation. You have 2 points in blots. This is the right play. And he was hit, but he didn't hit back. He does now.
Oh, he can't cover that.
Yeah, but again, with 3 blots and 2 on the roof, it's not much of a problem.
No, that's right.
And there he goes. Oh,
okay.
Oh, but it danced. What a swing.
Wow.
What a swing. Well, now this is big trouble here. This is looking like 2 points. He's got to hit them. I mean, looking like 4. I mean, looking like a doubled game.
Yeah, this is absolutely a gammon in the making.
But unfortunately, you have to spend some time building your board, but Seb also just wants to get his checkers out. He can't.
Yeah, there's threats of backgammons if he stays there, yeah.
But it was right to make 1 more point, and now he's just going to concentrate. Even with the 2, he's just going to have to jump out with it. So bring the 20 out as well. Yeah. That gets scary for Iggy's. I would not do this play. You got to jump out. Yeah. And probably 18 to 12. Oh, no, yeah, that's not 18-15. Yeah, same difference. Or that.
Oh.
Yeah,
Oh, has he got enough to save it?
He definitely has enough now. Not with that double 6 again now. Man, what a roller coaster.
Yeah, 2 double 6s in a row and all kinds of things going on in that game. So it looks like Seb's going to be 9 away, 7 away. He's going to be down by 2 now. Okay, anchors up.
Both players very proficient in the opening, just kind of playing fast, putting the checkers, they know which plays they have to make here.
Yeah, it's almost like it's like that. It's almost like habit almost, really, isn't it? It's just like reflex motion for them.
Yeah. Yeah, especially online. When I'm playing live, I do slow it down a little bit, but online, the automatic plays at the beginning, you kind of get, you just click because you know where they're supposed to go.
Yeah. And of course, playing the opening sort of part of the game so quickly allows them that extra time if they need it to make the more difficult decisions towards, on some of these cube decisions and towards the end of the game. So they're both pretty healthy looking on the time at the moment.
Yeah, I always try to be conscious and not try to use too much time of my I like using all the delayed time and clicking before. So I'll try to do a fast move and then sit around looking to make sure. And I'll say, well, what's the second best move to make sure I'm not missing something? But
Yeah,
that's
yeah, it's
more in the
always good
middle.
to double check. Yeah,
More in the middle at the very beginning. I'm not going to look at a reply if you sit around studying opening replies and third moves. Is just kind of a intuitive which one you're going to do.
yeah. So is Seb considering?
Geoff?
Martin? Yes.
Your opponent doubles.
Hey, double! Look at this. Double
I thought he
ankle.
was considering a cube. Yeah.
Easy take. I think it's more of a question of whether it's a double or not, and I believe he did. Down one notch in this match, down 2-0. I guess he figured that this was a cube.
Yeah, 15 pips isn't the end of the world either for Matt, race-wise even. With the two anchors there, Seb obviously, he told me not long ago that his cube, he's been really pleased with his cube play lately. So I'm not going to go against Seb's decision, but I did. My gut feeling was I thought it was a little bit early.
Geoff, sorry, I got called away. Kent Goulding has joined the commentary team. I'm sure we're all thrilled to have Kent.
Well, I'll only join it when I figure out where the match is.
You're already joined, Kent. Welcome aboard.
Right, but I got to see the board.
Are you on Heroes?
Commentating. Just
Where on Heroes is it?
Look for. Are you in the Magriel room?
No, I don't know where is there a room labeled Magriel room?
Yes, UK versus US Magriel room.
Oh, you could just find MCG and start watching him. Atrophy.
Well, it's Atropix, yeah.
Let's see if he shows up here. What's this? I don't know what that is.
Ooh, great roll making the ace point there. Nice, little roll that used both dilly builders there.
Yeah, and Matt's got to break that 16 point.
Yeah, if the race was a lot closer, he could have broken from the back, but it's not. It was 20.
Oh, this is awkward because the six is
forced.
He's got to play down with the six and then to consider what two to play.
That's a
This
double
is nasty.
Yeah, I guess you might as well slot the 5.
Yeah, that leaves 3s and 4s. That leaves 2s and 5s. 2s to cover the 20 point if he does hit. So it's a little bit of
mitigation of the 3-2, so you don't have the extra number there because the 3-2s do.
Yeah. Wow, got away with it. No, he didn't. It's a hit from the back. I thought he got away.
Okay, this is well, I think this is definitely a pass. He's just I think he's going to think that if it's too good. I don't think it's too good. I think he's going to double this. He is leading.
Yeah, it could be too good.
I don't think it's too good at all. I think he's probably just considering if it's a double, leading in the match. I definitely think it's a double because I don't know if I take this. And
your opponent takes.
I was not sure.
I would never have. Yeah, I must not know something there because I wouldn't have taken that.
In generally fast take. It was a fast take. And look at that, right back in it. Now it's a race.
It was the speed that Seb took it. I think he was already expecting the cube and he'd already made a decision on it that he was going to be taking.
Yeah.
It was how quickly he considered that.
And look at this.
And that's a miss.
Yeah, it's a miss. He has to jump out. He'll probably jump out and slot the 3.
Yeah.
And now Seb's actually a pretty big favorite holding the cube here in a fairly even race.
Yeah, that was amazing. That speed, I'm still reeling at the speed of that take, but he saw something that I didn't. I thought it was, it was really scary as it was. So 5-1 to Seb.
I think you slot the 5.
It's good for the race as well, isn't it? If you've got a checker on the 5, so I think that's good.
I'm still lost trying to find you guys.
I like stepping up with the 1 though as well, because he's going to have to clear, and there's just as many 8 away as 7 away, but it's easier for him to get around because he's definitely not trying to contain as a single blot. So,
Kent, if you go to the menu and look for the UK versus US Magriel room,
I find it, and there's nobody in there. And I'm in there. Am I in the wrong heroes?
Yeah, you're in Heroes 3?
Yes.
No, you want regular heroes.
Ah, well, that'll do it. Let me see if I can catch up.
okay, 7s are live here.
Yeah. So,
Julia, are you there?
Seb is considering, isn't he considering a recube to 8 here?
Yeah, I don't think he can be. He's down in the race here.
Oh, right.
And this is kind of what he got last time. These little numbers where he can't really run.
Welcome.
And there's the 8.
Yeah. And now the race is on. And Matt's favourite here.
Yeah, he gained a bunch in the race there with a lot of those little small numbers with a couple of 6-4, 6-5. Like Seb got 5 1s. So it's a big game here. Clearly the big swing game. 4 games on a 4 cube, in a race.
Yeah, this is huge. This is huge for both players. And Seb's going to need some 6s on his dice. Trouble with the empty 5 and 4 is going to hurt.
Okay. Still possible here.
Yeah. UK needs a double.
Yeah, double 3s are higher. A big favorite.
I think at the moment he's just.
Let's continue.
Okay. Wow, it's still not definitely over. If he misses, there is a 2-1 option. If he fails to roll a double.
3, 4, 5s, or 6s. 4 numbers that will win it immediately.
Yeah.
And as you said, no 2-1.
New game.
Yeah, that was a crazy swings in that, Roberto.
3 away, 9 away. We should have 11, 10, 9. 13, around 16% match winning chances for Seb if he was playing himself. But MCG, they're both really solid, so I think that's fairly accurate.
Yeah, I agree. I think they're both very similar standard. So obviously, with Matt being 3 away, Seb's going to be trying to grab that cube and throw it over any sort of hint of a winning or certainly gammonish position.
Yeah, well, it could be kind of a mutual holding game, so there should not be a cube here for a while.
Yeah, this will suit Matt, won't it? This style of game.
And the 3-way player here will never really double until they, as long as there's not significant contact, they're going to wait for.
Yeah. Seb's just chatted in the chat box. He thinks he may have missed an 8 cube, and Matt has said he didn't think there was one, which sort of confirms what we were thinking, Roberto.
Yeah, he was thinking of the 7 away. If it was a more extreme score, it was only, a 2-point difference at the time. I don't think that was enough to win the 8 cube for a 7 shot. Now, if the raise was 50-50 at the time, if 50-50 worth the raise and he had the 7 shot, that would easily be enough.
Yeah. And Matt's just confirmed that he just said, with a score of 2-8 to 11, it's still worth something. And like you said, it's still worth 16% to Seb. So, okay, so race is close. Seb's got a good board, but he's got 2 checkers on that 20 point that he needs to extricate at some time.
Double slotting, the fastest way to make both points. That's what Seb wants to do.
Yeah. I think Matt will make the 3, or will he make the 2?
Might not make either. Yeah, like that.
Ah, well, you could do that.
yeah, no, that's not crazy.
No.
Mostly it's about distributing your checkers. And unless there's an immediate chance that you're going to have something to shoot at, you should be preparing for the bear off. It's a little bit counterintuitive. But you'll see Matt's doing it all over the place.
Nice for you to join us, Kent, as well.
Thank you. I'll try to catch up with what's happening.
Well, even though I feel a bit outnumbered now, 2-1 America to the UK, but I'll try and hold my ground.
Well, my daughter and grandchildren all live in the UK. I'm sort of on both teams.
Oh, well, I'm currently in the US at the moment, so I've got some, connection with the US, I guess.
And my grandchildren even talk funny. It's really embarrassing.
So like you say, with Matt spreading his checkers out for race efficiency, what you do lose is that Seb can not be too concerned about leaving a blot. That's the flip side, isn't it, Ken?
Well, sort of, but it can also be a little bit of a trap. I mean, as long as Matt's ahead in the race, there's no real. It may help him rather than hurt him.
Yeah.
Now we got basically an even race with Matt on roll, which is not a bad position to be in.
I think this is ideal for Matt, actually. It makes it really easy breaking this contact. He is ahead in the race, basically. Not a lot, but now very little. It's probably 52%. Only right now. We're around 54% now.
And it's a perfect game style for him at this score as well, isn't it?
Yeah, for Matt, it's ideal. There's just no risk. It's just a straight race. He can take, pretty normally, and he'll be able to double. It's actually relatively easy.
Yeah.
Either you guys know these lopsided take points? Sometimes they're you can take lower.
Yeah, you can definitely take lower. I mean, the 3-away, 8-away, I believe. Not sure how much. It's at least down to 20%. It might be around 18. I think
so.
So you're not really doubling for Matt until you kind of have a money pass. That's sort of where Matt's gonna double, basically.
And conversely, is Seb going to reach for the cube maybe a spot or two earlier because of the score, or is it going to be typically like a money game?
That will be typical like a money game because Matt's take point's not it's not lower. I mean, it's not higher. Basically, he can still So the window does not open.
Well, of course it takes him to Crawford as well, so he's going to be.
That's a big deal.
Yeah, that is a big deal. So Seb actually took the lead then on the pit, at least on the pit count.
I'm going to pull this up. I have these numbers here somewhere.
That's not good. I guess 6-3.
See now, what do we got for checkers? 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 11, 4, 7, 8, 9, 10. This is getting very, very close to where you might be doubling for money.
Yeah. Okay. Nice roll. Okay, Matt's going to look at this.
And he's got one extra checker. That's a little bit. It's surprising how much that can matter. You know, pip count's pretty nice, but he's got that spare checker to play with. He might wait a turn. Well, maybe he shouldn't have waited a turn.
Well, that's the market gone out the window.
Yeah, there were only a couple.
Your
of
opponent
those.
doubles.
New game.
New
Yeah.
game.
Okay, 2 away, 9 away.
Your opponent doubles.
That's two races, Ken, that have swung on Matt's way, that were both very close to call. So Seb's obviously in a really difficult position now.
Yeah, now we've got another even race. See, what he's stewing about here is, does he want to spring that front back checker, or does he want to leave it back there to link up with its compatriot? And he's clearly leaning toward leaving it back there to link up with its compatriot. You know, So now we'll look at the other thing. So that's the choice. And the thinking is that, yes, the checker is vulnerable back on the 21 point, but he's leaving his checker on the 24 point, you know, completely unconnected. And the debate here in his head is, well, how boxed in is that back checker? Or does he need a friend to try to link? And he's going back and forth. It's not an easy decision. But that's
I think at the same time, with one play, you win more games, but you also lose more gammons, basically. If you leave the other one there, you're going to win more games like this. You also will lose more gammons, and that's a hard balance to put together.
Ooh.
So even though he's under attack in a weird way, he's almost happy to have that spare there. Because look, I don't know about hitting here. Maybe just play that. Had he run away with one of his checkers, he'd now have a loose checker floating around back there. I don't know about the hit. The hit looks risky and even a little bit gammonish. I think he's got a pretty good position just to play this.
I like the hit because you have that advance. You have the nice advanced anchor, and it is only a 4-point board with 3 points behind it.
Well, that's true.
Games.
And he's gotten away with it.
Oh,
big time.
Look at that.
This is looking ominous.
That's sort of all she wrote.
Yeah, this is looking tough for Seb now. What a turnaround that was. That anchoring up with that 4 was huge for Matt. And then after that,
backing it up.
Yeah, just after that, it's just gone completely one way.
Now there's serious gammon risk, because where's the cube? Is the cube been turned already? The gammon doesn't matter.
Yeah, except turned it after the double 6.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is
well,
smart
here too.
play.
How much? You know, the question is, how much does he make a play like this and just pull his checkers out safely, and how much does he sprint for home to try to close his board? He's gotten off of all the double ones jokers. Now he's got to try to, and if he can hit loose, should he?
Yeah, how'd you play a roll like 4-1 next for Matt?
Well, yeah, that's what I trust Matt's instincts here. It'll be interesting to see, because probably going to have a choice of hitting loose or safetying that outfield blot. I mean, if the race were at all closer, I think he should hit loose.
He's going to hit. He's going to hit.
He's blocked. Now he sort of has to hit loose.
Yeah, he's got to hit here. Although that was really good for the race as well.
That's only one. This is only one blot and keeps his 5 prime, but yeah, I don't know about that.
I think he's going to put that back.
Well, it's good to look.
5-5, 5-6, 5-3, 5-4,
5-6. That's a lot of hits and a lot of blots.
Yeah.
Somehow that sort of feels more natural, even though it looks a little peculiar. This is
still giving a shot.
I think hitting's correct. I'd hit. Well, look, he didn't. Now he's going to be safe.
Yeah, but safe to a losing race, though. That's the only problem. Matt doesn't need any gammons. So I'm not even sure Seb will move that back checker.
No, he shouldn't. Moving the back checker is like resigning.
Yeah.
This is not crazy, by the way. You know, you got to try to find a way to win.
Well, that certainly keeps the contact, Ken, doesn't it?
Heck, well, 2-1. Look at 2-1. And if Matt was to hit, if Matt was to hit that second checker, that might be, throwing him into the briar patch. Give him a chance to link up back there.
I know he doesn't need. This is again. I think I would, even though I don't need gammons. I think I would. Can't resist putting 2 on the bar here and closing him out.
Well, the danger with putting 2 on the bar is he manages to anchor on the ace point, but it's a small danger. Oh, rolling ace 6 is exciting.
It's one of those games. I'd love to see the XG file after this match because some of the plays have been really, really difficult.
For sure. Here he is again. Come home, or he's back to trying to close the board.
Yeah, but he certainly doesn't want Seb to anchor up on the 1. Can't close at 1 point yet. Okay.
And there it is.
Well, that's closed it. Yeah.
Really desperate. Now, by the time, even if Matt leaves a shot and he has it hit, he's not beaten.
Yeah, this looks like
more checkers off, and it's about done.
Just rips from the back. Yep.
Yeah, doesn't need anything else. And that's it. So, what Martin said is that as far as the YouTube stream goes, he's going to go on to another match.
Okay.
So it's up to us to see what match that he's gone to, and then maybe join it, and hopefully he can find a match that is perhaps quite tense, quite close. So I'm just going to look at the stream. I can't see where Martin is.
We have a winner. Backer fix.
Well done to Matt. Let's hope that Martin can.
Let's continue.
Pick another match, and that we can join it.
Geoff, I've gone into Gaz Owen against Neil Kazaros.
Excellent. So Gaz Owen against Neil Kazaros. That's Gaz Tafari. Yeah, I've got him. Oh, the score is 7-6 to Gaz.
So you need to look for Gaz Tafari versus Neil Kaz on Studio Heroes.
Got it. I'm watching the match. Hopefully Kent and Roberto will join in.
You got a number? Which number match it is? They're all numbered on the screen here.
I know it's Gaz. Look for Gaz Tafari. If you go back to the lobby of the Magriel.
Oh, there he is. I found him. It's match 6 on my screen.
Ah, okay. So it's a good score. It's 3 away, 4 away. Neil is ahead. Gaz is playing with black checkers and has got a double anchor, 5-2, somewhat strenuous 5-2 back game. He's just about to lose his timing. But no cube's been passed over yet, Ken.
Right. 3 away, 4 away. Well, it's a good time to think.
Your opponent doubles.
I was going to say, I guess Neil's considering the cube. Oh, wow. What do you do if you're Gaz here?
Well, if you pass, you're at even. If you take it, you've got this. I know there's a lot of play left here. Yeah.
Okay, he agrees with you.
5-4 is a pretty good shot. Now, I'm not sure the right play here might not be to get off the front point. These are tricky.
Yeah. Oh, that's going to.
Well, he was right to stay put.
Recube here, recube.
Your opponent doubles.
Well done, Gaz. Now you've just got to follow it up with the right number. I don't want to sound partisan to the UK, but I'll be cheering on 5s and 2s. Sorry, guys.
That's quite all right. It's certainly more exciting. I don't think Neil can seriously pass this.
That's a good point. He's probably going through the numbers now, Ken. He's thinking, well, if he passes...
His take point is 40%.
If he passes, he's 40%, isn't he?
Yeah.
So...
Well, maybe it is a pass.
Well, 20 numbers hit. If you assume you lose all of those, which you don't, yeah, I still don't think it's a pass. I mean, 16 numbers don't hit, and that's over 40%. Now, you still don't win all of those, but you don't lose all the games that you're hit. You'd probably still win 5% of them at least.
Right.
But yeah, the scores are tricky because a lot of times we automatically think, oh, this is the take, this is not, but it's not normal at all at this score on a recube. 40% take point is huge.
Who's got their XG running in the background?
I'd love to have it. I can't. I don't know if any of the viewers are watching and if anybody's got a YouTube link set up. But this would be a very interesting position. So Roberto has said that 20 numbers hit. So what's that, 56% or something?
Your opponent takes.
Oh, dear. Still not over, but that was a huge miss.
No, there's residual vig here on the 2-point for sure.
Yeah. Oh, Neil has actually put a tad over 40%, I felt, and Gaz has agreed with him. Okay.
Oh, now it's getting, Neil's got too many checkers off.
Yeah. Although.
Well, that's a 2. Oh. They should give us a few minutes to hold our breath before they roll.
Yeah, I think before Gaz rolled, he should have done a few prayers or a few chants or something. Maybe that would have affected the dice. I know some people believe that.
We have a winner. Milkas.
Okay.
Wow, well, that's two matches to the UK already. Well, I don't know what the PRs are like, but that's 4 points that they've wrapped up. So that puts them level from yesterday, just on what I've witnessed so far. Hopefully Martin will advise us if there's another match that we can
Welcome back.
go to. I see John O'Hagan still playing. Julian Fetterline is playing.
Let's continue.
Steve Sax, Oliver Squire, Peter Bennett, Steve Bibby. They're all still in action, but it's just whether to pick the. Oh, and Chris Bray. Actually, there's Reece. There's still quite a lot of matches going on. It's just picking.
Of course,
actually,
of course. I'm switching to Steve Bibby, who's Vibester, against John Klein, who's John Kay.
Okay.
Match 8 on my list. I don't know if it's different on everybody's screen.
I've got it. It's I think it's 3 away, 4 away again. Another 3 away, 4 away, Ken.
Your opponent doubles.
Here we are. We're experts on this.
I've got to get my bearings first. Who's doubling who?
Deja vu all over again here. No,
Exactly.
Yeah, it does look similar, doesn't it? Yeah.
but this was a 4-away player doubling here, so this was a little different than what we saw in the last match.
I see it there. Yeah.
Yeah, 3-away, 4-away, double relatively fast, and now John just wants to bring it home.
Oh, I guess that's.
Well, we just watched this game didn't we? The bar point anchor with an extra outfield point in front of it.
That was a choice. I probably would have pointed on his head there with that.
I wondered that. I didn't want to. I wondered whether the 6-4 you could have. Is that the one you're talking about, Roberto?
Yeah, I mean, so the gammon value for the 4-way player here is, it's 100%. So
it's huge, yeah.
I just would have pointed on his head.
I certainly would have looked at it. Maybe Steve is one who.
Oh, time is low though. Look, he only has 33 seconds. So
okay.
If he sees a good play that's solid, he's probably going to stick with that one when you're down to that amount of time. Each player is different on time. Some people are used to be down to 10 seconds, and they'll, make their play. Other people, once they get under a minute, are going to do the first play they see. So I'm not sure what kind of player he is here. Whatever.
Your opponent doubles.
Boom. Pass.
Yeah. I don't think you've got.
Game.
He didn't have 18% there, nowhere near.
Oh, John being fancy, doing the 2-up play here. Good job. Oh, now you have to run with both. You don't see that.
Nicely done.
Look at that. It was
That
amazing.
worked like a charm.
Yeah, that was.
I mean, gammons are live.
Yeah.
So John wants to avoid gammonish positions and just try to win.
I think here you come in with the 4 and down with the 5. I wouldn't stack. I wouldn't stack a 6 checker on the 6 point.
That seems a little. How much of it has he played here? Has he played?
Yeah, he just has a 5 to play. Yeah, that's right here. Oh, and he gets hit though. Boom.
Might be actually right to hit again. I don't. This is playing against. That didn't work.
Yeah, it worked like a charm at first, and then he kind of got sent back. Now he has 2 checkers back again. Boom. 3 checkers.
So
back.
much for scrambling home. Now it's just trying to.
Oh,
make
no.
in a backgammon position as he can. Both of them.
Why didn't he hit the one on the 4 point? Hit from 8 to 4 rather than 6 to 2.
Oh, there's a good number here. 9 point first for sure, and makes the 5. Oh, good roll for John.
Yeah, this is. That's a good roll
on the zone. You really want that. And a great roll there for Vibster.
That's a really, really good roll.
Well, they're just getting good rolls all over the place.
We had a similar position to this one as well, Roberto, in an early game with Seb, with Seb trying to clear that midpoint.
Oh yeah, yeah.
The only difference here is Steve has made the bar. Did Seb have the bar point as well to land as a
Yes,
landing
he did.
point?
He did have the bar
Okay.
point.
I think
I
John
think Seb was even more ahead there. John's not going to have as much time to stay back.
Right.
But it's going to be very similar here, actually, now. Low numbers here for John.
Yeah.
Ticking along. That's too big, but he'll make the ace. Oh, look at that. By not running, he stays back, and this is...
Did he pull one off his 4-point? I'm not sure that was right.
Don't know if he did. Maybe.
This is very similar to what we did see before. Look at this. He did not break, he broke from the back, and it paid off.
Yeah.
Good play.
Yeah, that 6-1, it made a big difference to 6-1.
And now he'll have to run from the front.
Probably stay on the midpoint with one checker.
Duplicate the one.
Yeah, duplicate the ones, and he's got to try to find a win here. I mean, it's if you take both off the midpoint, then your opponent can run a 9 by you or something and just leave the blot way out there.
So pick and
It's obviously not good to be hit, but it doesn't.
Oh.
Interesting. I think I would have picked him past there.
I would have done the same as you, Roberto. I would have picked him past. But it looks like it.
This is just a race. He will stick around because he can, but he's not going to get a shot this turn. But it does slow him down a little bit because he has to make a decision here, like this. Instead of ripping off a checker, he did that. And now he'll run, and it's a couple of big doubles here.
Yeah, one boxes makes it interesting.
Yeah.
That was good. Dodged a miss there.
Oh, that wasn't bad.
Now double fives would make it interesting. No, not anymore.
Oh, wow. That's,
just when we start having fun.
Yeah. I'm fed up of sweating these races. We've lost every one so far that I've seen. I think this is the first one we've won.
You haven't won it yet.
Oh, my gosh. Have I spoken too soon?
Oh, no.
Oh, new game.
Out there.
Now, is Steve going to cue straight away?
Your opponent doubles.
I guess he has. Yeah.
Yeah, John wasn't going to pass that one.
Oh, did you play both down here? You can't play your 3 from the 24.
Yeah, I'd bring both down.
Yeah.
Want to play aggressive here,
Well, he's got a few checkers in the zone now, Roberto, to do some damage with.
And John probably knows that well. He's like, okay, I'm going to make that 23 point. You do that.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
That's an abundance.
He did it awfully
of
quickly.
play.
That may have. I might have thought about that a little longer.
Yeah, that was like an abundance of caution type play, and now he's stuck. And
Yes, Steve's in a great position here.
And this is no good.
This is horrible.
I guess he has to whack. Yeah.
Oh.
Got to hit again.
Oh, come on, Steve.
Oh,
that's not good.
Look at this. He needs a barrel of 1s and then a barrel of 6s.
Well, now he's basically in save gammon mode. This will probably come down to squeezing John off that anchor in time to try to pick off both checkers and win that.
This is really the fallacy of that 23 point. It seems like it's safe, but it's it's tough. It's really hard.
I would have maybe slotted the back there, 15-9, but it didn't have to in the end. Just in time as well.
There you go. So what do you think? Just power home, or try to, the old conventional wisdom was you don't do any trapping until your opponent's down to only a 3-point board or fewer, which is about to happen, probably.
There it is. Yeah, I think you trap here.
How much do we look at trapping and how much do we just hang on and try to coast home?
I think this is easy because on this play you're playing 9-3.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah. I play a lot of chouette with Steve, and Steve is quite a big advocate for the trap play when the opponent's down to 3 boards. So he's certainly well aware of it. Oh, that's a bad roll. But he's got to lay the trap involuntary now.
Yeah, but all the hits aren't even wins here. It's just too hard.
Exactly, it's not a trap play anymore. It was a force. No, he's got to come. Well, I suppose he could go 5-1, but that would kill a checker. Never over, is it? So luckily he was only facing a 3-point board by the time he got hit. Oh, that's a good roll.
Whoa!
What's that?
Oh wow!
Okay.
Yeah, it still looks pretty good. One big doubles will change it all.
Yeah, we got another race again.
Or a couple of little doubles for John once he brings them in.
You want to cover the 2-point here.
Yeah. Yeah, cover the 2 and rip, and then you're going to get 3 off the 2.
Yeah.
With the double 2s.
Well, that's nice. Gets them much closer.
Okay, that's good. Even number of
miss there.
Checkers. Yeah, down to 8 checkers, so it should be a 4-roll position for him at worst.
That's 9 checkers, right? So it's not, he can't do it. No, now he has 8. Yeah. Still possible.
That's okay. Lower. We're double match point.
Okay, well, this is exciting.
New game.
Down and hit. Classic reply. Double 1s. Split and make it.
Yeah, nice roll. Equalized a little bit.
1, and then you step up.
Yeah, this is a very, very close game. Nice shot. Not much else to do there. The spare on the 8-point is actually a valuable checker.
5-4, and he's going to make the bar.
I think so.
Oh,
I think you're supposed to hit him off the front.
Yeah, I do this.
I would do
that.
I'd hit lip.
No, I'd switch.
You'd switch.
Okay. He's ahead in the raise, and he doesn't need gammon. He just wants to hit him off to not make that anchor right now. Really good structure there for,
That's interesting. I would probably play 6-4, but I will bow to your reasoning there, Roberto.
Yeah, that was my play there.
Well, there is a long-term blemish on a hole on the 5-point now.
Yeah. You could fill it now, but you're risking
there's too many loose checkers around.
Too many shots, yeah. Do you make the 4 or make the bar here?
Well, you can also do none of the above. But I would actually
hits and steps up, and then a 5-4 is just with the doctor order, but he didn't get it.
I like the flexibility of the splitting off the 24 point there. See, look at the hole on the 5 point.
Yeah, well, now he's going to make it too. He's got multiple numbers to make the 5 now. So,
and he can't get out with his back checker. There's a lot of backgammon going on this very next roll.
This is an awkward. I'm even wondering about a tempo hit to stop Steve from doing something like this. Why don't you make the 3 point, Steve? I think that
3. Oh, that's.
I guess you can make it that way as well.
Nice shot.
8-4.
Pretty much forced.
Oh wow.
Might be right to actually come off the 24 all the way and not yield the outfield.
I would make the 2 point, but I can totally see why he's thinking about it, and he hasn't got much time either.
I'd come out.
Interesting.
This is a more balanced play. See, look at this.
Much.
This is the reason. This is the reason.
This is exactly the reason.
Yeah, very good call.
No,
it doesn't either.
Play the race is close, going for that outside contact. This is going to make the 11 point.
Yeah.
It's a dead even race.
Steve would settle for a 2 here, I guess. Oh. Make the 1.
Yeah, you don't really want to squeeze yourself by pulling that checker off your 8 point. Well, for sure, this is the right play.
Yeah, and he's been.
Now we got another. This is it for the whole match. It's
oh
a dead race. Yeah, very exciting.
Ooh, 4 crossovers here.
I'm surprised you didn't bring in then. But
yeah.
They leave themselves subject to a 6-1 shot, which is a little annoying.
Yeah, but 4 crossovers is hard to resist when you're down in the race. But they're all going to be in the loud. They're all going to be on the 6 point, though. So it's.
There's another one on the 6 point. Now you could bring one out. That's it.
Well, look, that's
this
a
is
good roll.
close. I think you got to take one off the 6.
Ooh, dead even.
You can't call this. You really can't call this.
Four pip. Oh, that new favorite.
Food.
Oh my gosh, this is such a big game. Oh.
Well, any lead at all as we come down the stretch is big. 3-1 was bad.
That was bad.
Oh, and this is huge. That shifted the other way.
Come on, Steve.
Maybe a new favorite. My goodness.
Probably 62% right now, John, I would guess. 61, 60, something like that. Not anymore. He just gave it back.
Yeah. Oh.
What was that?
I think that's a misclick.
Misclick.
Around 52% now, I think.
Back the other way.
It's just crazy. Come on, let's have a 6-5 or something.
Ooh.
But now you get down to such a high volatility position. It's the big numbers. It's the big boxes here. And the little numbers are the ones that will kill.
That's a big roll.
No. Is that right? No, maybe.
Well, it's at worst tied.
Yeah.
Oh, no, another race gone.
We have a winner,
Wow.
John K.
Well, the U.S. is on a roll. Everything we look at, the USA is kind of pulling out the race here. That's 3.
Let's continue.
That's every race has just been agonisingly close. There's only one match left, I think, which is Kit against Peter Bennett.
Okay.
And so I'm going to go on to that and hope that Martin's listening and can put it on the YouTube stream. So Kit Ballsy is we're at the 4 away, 2 away, but the cube's been given. Kit holds the cube. at 2 away.
Continue. You have a checker on the bar. You have a checker on the bar.
I've got to find them. Where the heck are they?
Well, Kit's just rolled.
Wow, that's the nuts, basically.
An absolute dream double six, which I assume he's going to make the 3 point. Yeah, he can. He must see. He'll see that. So now Peter is in all kinds of trouble. So it's not looking very encouraging from what I've witnessed. Unless some of the other matches have gone the UK's way, we could be drifting behind. I'm hoping that Julia or Martin may be able to give us an update after this game, if not during.
How many matches are there? How many players on each team?
12.
Wow. Okay.
And it's 2 points for the win, but you also get a point for the PR. So we've only witnessed the winning part, 2/3 of the match score, Ken. There are still some points flying around for PR, but I haven't got a clue how the players.
Do you know how they grind out the PR? What level it's done
at? World class settings, I believe.
Okay.
Yeah, it should be BMAP type settings, I think. Yeah.
Yeah.
If
it's close, it gets sent to Chris Rogers and Joe Russell, and they'll run it independently and compare their results if the PRs are close. That's what happened yesterday.
The BMAP settings are world class with gigantic search interval.
Yeah.
And the book for the the initial rolls or whatever.
Oh yeah, I know. Yeah, I'm sort of familiar with the BMAP settings. So there was one doubles match yesterday with Pete Heskett and Neil Kazaros that went extremely close. That had to be verified. I think that it was like 0.07.
Make sure you have errors set, because I by default keep errors set at 0.01, but you have to change it back to 0.03. Which is kind of the default, because it runs it differently the way it looks at plays.
Okay. I'm sorry, while we were discussing that, I guessed it was all over after that double six, really, bar a miracle. So Kit has won that match. So yet another match to the US.
Right round USA.
Yeah, we need some good news from Julia.
With all the matchups?
Well, there is a spreadsheet, Ken, but as I say, I don't know if Martin or Julia have got access to any information on any of the other matches and can share the current score with us while we're still live. I'll check the Zoom link and see if either of them are there.
When's the next round?
I believe it's in around 40 minutes at 8 p.m. UK time, which would be... Jeff. Hello. Yes, Martin.
Geoff, I can give you an update on the spreadsheet. It's currently showing as 52-49 to the USA. Now, not all the results from this round have been entered. There are some PRs that need to be checked. The results that are outstanding are Reece against Dimitri, Chris against Joe Urso. Well, I know that Chris lost that match, but won on the PR. Steve Bibby, we know, has lost to John Klein, but we don't know the PRs, and ditto for Peter against Kit. But anyway, the score, the spreadsheet is now showing as 52-49 to the USA, but there are still some results to go in there.
Okay, and Dave Sanders has just shared a link on the Heroes page showing where the spreadsheet is, showing the update. So the US have had a good round this round because they've taken a 4-point deficit currently into a 3-point lead at the moment with some other results outstanding. So they've gained 7 points on us.
Yeah, it looks like we gained 7 points on them. So
great.
I've just had a text message off Chris Rogers, the UK captain, who said that he said we have won virtually every single PR. So whether he's had access to more results, but that sounds a little bit more encouraging that we're going to pick some PR points up for the UK.
Remind me how the scoring works.
2 for a win, 1 for PR.
Okay.
I'm just checking my messages now. I'm not looking at the computer screen. Pete Heskett, according to the Heroes engine, played a 3.36 against Boris, who played a 5.8. So it looks like Pete's at least won the PR for that one. He did say he lost that match. Ken Gibson has sent his in, and he's played a 4.1 against Albert, who played a 6.5. So I guess that's another PR point. And Gaz Owing has sent his file over, and it looks like he's done his on XG. Gaz played a 2.5 and Neil Kazros played a 2.8.
Whoa, there's a match.
Yeah, wow. Another one, Seb Wilkinson. Looks, no, is it Seb? No, he's just commentating. Yeah, here's Seb's result. Seb played a 1.8 and MCG played a 2.2.
Yeah.
My line of 5.5 for a combined PR would have been absolutely slaughtered, which I knew it was always in danger of, because they played a combined PR of 4. Most players would be ecstatic if they played 4, let alone combined it with their opponent. And Oliver Squire, another young UK player, has done a 1.52 against Steve Sax, who did a 4.3. So the UK have been at least performing amazingly well. Chris Bray has sent his in. Chris, 3.9 against Joe for the US. An 8, disappointing, I guess, for Joe, 8.7. So there's a few PR points there that the UK have picked up. 1.52, that's crazy.
What were the numbers of the Dimitri Reece match? You said.
Well, I'd like to know, because Martin said congratulations to Reece. So I'm guessing he means because Reece won his match. But I don't see any, unless, again, if Reece is listening, he wants to send it into the Magriel chat that I've got here. I don't know what Reece played. Just double checking.
It looks
because
like
Reece
it said that Dimitri won. So I don't know what's
going on. Well, Reece must have done a really low PR then, I guess. No, I can't see anything. Nothing commented, at least in that chat, about Reece. Martin has put, yeah, he's repeated something I already knew about the Seb match. No, Dave Sanders has put the UK have won 8 PRs so far. And Dave, he must be listening in, has said Reece lost his match, but I guess he must have won his PR. So we've picked up some points there. I think it's going to be everything to play for with this last round. It's going to be really exciting in about 35 minutes. I'm sure we'll have an update for everybody by the time the next streaming, which should be just over half an hour, I believe.
All right. Well, my plan is to go away and have a very late lunch and come back in half an hour.
Excellent. Well, I'm a little bit. I think I'm a bit behind you, Ken. In time, I'm in Las Vegas time, so I had
3 hours back.
Yeah, I'm going to hold off for after this next session before I have lunch and decide whether I'm going to have a celebratory lunch or a commiseration lunch. By the way, Reece lost his PR too. PR is 9-1 to the UK at the moment. That's come from Dave Sanders. Thanks, Dave. One of the Worcester players helped with run the club with Sean Jones. I'm a proud member of, and I'll be representing the world teams with Reece Hodges actually, and Ian Gwynn in that WBIF World Teams Championship. So a little plug there for Worcester, for the UK Worcester club. So we're 9-1 up on PR, but from what I've witnessed, we're at least 4 or 5-0 down in matches. So it's going to be close. So I'll be interested to see what the final roundup is before the next session.
Yeah, and I've forwarded the link. Ian Terry will be joining us after as well. I may dip out here, but I guess he was the one person who's also going to be doing commentary. Just asked me for the link, so he'll be joining up. When does this next round start? You said at 3:00.
3:00 your time. Yeah, I would have been happy to dip out, but I've been told that the UK has to have some semblance of somebody cheering them on. So I'm the lone supporter, and hopefully I'll chip in and with some of Ken's valuable and your valuable knowledge, and we'll make it a really exciting finale this afternoon.
Yeah, I'll come back at 3. I can be around a little bit longer, but I'm not for that much. Probably not for the whole match if it goes long. But I'll see you on a little bit.
Thanks, Roberto. It's been a pleasure commentating.
I guess I'll stay connected on here. I'll just mute this and then come back, something like that.
Okay, I'm gonna mute as well. Thanks, Ken. We'll see you later. Yeah.
Right. See you in a little bit.
Okay.
I thought it went, yes, it went very well. Obviously, we had a bit of an issue with Kent, but that got sorted out. By the way, it looks like we might be losing 60-54 because there are 2 results that haven't been entered on the spreadsheet, and I know we lost them both. And that includes Peter, who thinks he played badly, so that would suggest he lost the PR battle. Peter Bennett, that is. Yeah. We've done a lot of PRs, but not lost match results. Oh yeah, Oliver won both. Oliver had a 1.52, as I think he announced, and he won the match. Yeah. So yes, he did. I'm not sure. I can't think of anyone else who did. I might be mistaken. Well, the worst case scenario is the 60-50-49, which is certainly retrievable. Well, I haven't seen it announced on the in the chat or on the WhatsApp chat. It must be someone very good. Well, possibly, but having said that, the quality, you can't. We couldn't have better with the quality, that's for sure.
Let's continue. New game. Your opponent doubles. Your opponent takes. Your opponent doubles.
All right, I had my popcorn. I'm ready for the action.
Welcome back, Kent.
Do we know who we're going to get, or is it a big surprise, or do we jump from one to the other? What's the plan?
We know who we're going to get. There are a few matches that have started slightly before the time, but we are getting Reece Hodges, and I'm just looking to see who Reece is up against. Let me just see.
Ian's in the waiting room here to come in. Someone can let Ian in. That'd be great.
Yeah, Ian. Ian should be in here.
Well, he's in the waiting room. He told me. He texted me. So if someone has to let him in.
Oh, Martin, if you can hear this, can you let Ian in? Or maybe Julia has to let him in. We're a few minutes early, but like I said, some of the matches have already started.
Yeah, there is a match on the stream right now, which is running.
I think that might be Ken Gibson for the UK. Because Martin did tell me he was going to put that because they started early on that,
John
Roberto.
Klein, yeah.
John Klein, yeah.
But now I think they're finding a match to do. So.
Hey all.
Hey, Ian, welcome.
Thank you.
Hi, Ian.
Hey, Geoff, nice to meet you.
You too. I did get some updates during the break before this matter that Reece is logged in now, so he will be ready to start shortly. With the UK is 60 to 54 down, so we're 6 points behind. There's 36 points available in this next round, I guess, with 12 matches. So we need to make up that 6 point deficit.
Let's
but looking
continue.
at some of the early results, it's looking a little bit more encouraging. Pete Heskett's 5-1 ahead of Kit. Gaz is 3-2 down to MCG. So there are a few matches that have started, and it looks as though Reece is ready to start. Does anybody know his opponent? Who it is?
I'll check right here because I have that sheet. It does say it on the sheet.
What's
So
his hero?
Reece should be playing Steve Sax.
Oh, wow.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, that's going to be a cracking match. And Reece's nickname is Hodgie, if you want to find him on Heroes.
And Steve Sax is Steve Sax.
I got to sort that one out.
Yeah, they're still not started.
I think Steve Sax's nicknames come from the fact that he kind of steams if he loses or something. He kind of made fun of that, kind of like from an earlier day type thing. The name
That
comes
could be.
from. Could be right. Good guess. That'd be a good guess.
But that is a term, obviously, as you know, used in the poker world. You know, you can get steaming after losing a few poker hands. So I guess he's learned to control it, because when I played Steve in Las Vegas, he was the most controlled player I think I've played, apart from perhaps John O'Hagan. You can't tell if either of them are winning or losing. They both seem to be so calm over it.
Your opponent doubles.
Reece is off and running.
Okay.
Let's continue.
Should I just go to Heroes then?
Go to Heroes, go to the Magriel room and look for Hodgie. And
All right.
you'll...
Good.
So
Oh,
they've
well,
both got
running with
an
another-
advanced anchor. Sorry,
Another
go
boring
ahead,
holding
Ken.
game.
Yeah, they've both got an advanced anchor.
Let's continue.
You're right. Hodgie is playing black. He's got the 21 point, and Steve has got the bar point. So it's a question of who's going to break first, I guess.
You know, I wonder, boy, they play like it's speed gammon. I wonder if the crazy giving up
Let's
the bar
continue.
point last roll was a viable play.
What was that, Kent? The
4-2 that Steve had. It's
I see.
with
Okay.
midpoint stripped and 2 interior blots. It might have been right to actually double expose and get off the 18, but they're playing very, very quickly, so we're going to have trouble keeping up and talking about some of the finer points.
Yeah. Well, believe me, Reece. It's not unusual for Reece to end up with about 4 seconds left on his clock by the end of the match. So I'm surprised he's unless he's replicating what Steve is doing. But Reece is normally a thinker. Kent.
Here's a tough position too. This 6-1. I mean, he can hit or just ignore and build up his board, and it's not 100% clear to me which is the best play. You know,
Yeah, and he will go through it. Reece likes to switch his checkers around and look at the positions from, as you can see, and it will take up his time. It wouldn't surprise me if Reece is down to less than a minute if this match goes to a sort of around 7-all, and then they'll end up playing speed gammon at the end.
Now, this is far fewer shots and leaves him with a much better home board, but he's going to have to play next turn. I'm kind of leaning toward this play, which he did.
Yeah, I think I'm hitting, but it's a tough one.
11, 12, 14, 16. Half the numbers hit.
Yeah.
Now you pretty much, the danger here is if you don't get right back in on your anchor, you're kind of toast. But why does he think he's too good? I don't know that.
Yeah, I think he thinks he can. Why not take a roll, put a second checker on?
Well, this is clearly.
I think he's still roll on now.
It's clearly too good now.
Yeah. Reece can get a 1. Oh.
Now you should see a cube, I'd guess.
Does he wait till he clears one more point?
Not with this lack of time. There's not enough time to maintain this.
Okay.
Your opponent doubles.
I think it's a pass.
So is this a take?
Looks like a pretty big pass to me.
Yeah. There's no timing to maintain the two anchors back there.
Yeah.
But best you just have an ace.
I beg you, but I missed the white checker. Actually, I've just seen the white. I'm praying for the 1 and looking at the top of the board. I've missed the white's got an additional checker on the 10-point down here, so that gives him tremendous timing.
Right.
I can't see Reece.
Match pull up.
My guess is Steve will win enough, win 25, more than 25% of the games. The problem is he's going to get gammoned a bunch.
New game.
Yeah.
Good. Brings down 2 after the slot.
As opposed to stepping up, you mean? Yeah.
5 point for 5 point there.
Yep. 6-2, not a lot to do with this.
Play. Interesting play. I don't know if I'd do that.
I think I would
looks
just
a little peculiar to me.
go to the.
He gets a high marks for creativity.
I think I'd just do this.
Yeah, this looks right.
Yeah.
But look at that.
That's the 4 point.
6-2 plays a bit better.
Got that hippo structure there. That's dangerous. Hippo's the rack with the spare and the 8 point with the spares on each.
Wow.
All right, well, Reece just got out. Oh, and Steve gets a nice boring game ahead.
Well, people always say these are boring. I love playing these games. I know I'm going to play it well, and it's going to be exciting for me when I roll big numbers. And very frustrating.
Everyone I've witnessed
rolling 2-1.
I was just going to say, everyone I've witnessed up to now, the UK have had the worst side of it. But just before I said that, Reece rolls double 6. So.
He's got a double pass. So this is
yeah.
Way far gone now.
Your opponent doubles. New game.
All right, all tied up.
I'm sorry if you guys can hear when it says new game. I've muted my heroes when I watch it, but it still says new game. So I don't.
Yeah, I was wondering if I was doing something stupid, but I did the same thing.
Yeah.
I've muted all sounds, but whether I have to mute something else for that.
If I mute my whole computer, I can't hear you guys. So.
You can actually mute a tab. I don't know what you guys are using, but anyway. Usually, if you right-click on a tab, you can mute it. I just mute the entire Heroes site. Okay.
It's about time we watched a holding game of some sort.
Yeah, I mean, this is looking like deja vu from game 1. Well, that's going to help the race for Reece. brings him a bit closer.
Well, he makes the pretty play and volunteers a shot.
Hmm.
I don't know if I would have done that.
Not sure I like that. Usually in mutual holding games, you just don't leave shots. It's generally the guiding principle.
But it looks cool. Well, what's that all about? Now here,
I think just 8-5.
This makes more sense than the last one.
Yeah, with the double block. Oh, there goes the 8 point.
Ugly, ugly.
Yeah, that's not so swift.
Oh, he's mimicking Reece now. So if you can leave a shot, so can I.
Paid off. That looks like the right play.
He doesn't have to leave a shot.
Yeah, you get the board for your defenses. No.
The blot and a killed checker, but I don't know. But
yeah, there you go.
All right, well, that's exciting.
Okay.
so this is hit.
Hit and lift. Which one?
Oh, he's not going to hit. Oh, I
No.
don't know.
That's a little.
Well, maybe he's afraid of the G's if he gets hit, but if it's undoubled still, I don't know. Steve does know those pretty well, though, and studies it. He played it relatively fast. He must have a reference about that position, I would guess.
Opportunity time for blue here.
How many hits has he got?
Who's got any?
11 plus 6, so 17.
That's a
Your
lot.
opponent doubles.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
New game.
Boom, that was fast. He thought about that for a while.
Yeah, no
Whack up
kidding.
there.
No kidding.
Yeah, with the two guys
Wow,
back.
I'd have got that wrong. I'd have taken that. I'm sure I would have
Yeah,
taken.
I would have probably taken as well.
Well, you got to consider always the gammons, right? You got the wins. You can see the wins in there, but these kind of games, you have to think of the gammons. I mean, he might be winning even 30% of the time, but once he gets hit, he's losing a lot of gammons. You know, probably.
It was the speed that I know. Steve's one of the quickest on the math side, but it was the speed that he passed that he'd already considered. It was like 1 second, and that was it.
Yeah, I don't think I even looked at it yet by the time he had passed.
Yeah, I will always.
Yeah, I mean,
what delay do we have here? 12 seconds. I always spend at least 10 seconds on it online when I'm making those decisions.
well, I know there was a discussion actually before the round about whether they were going to have 11 minutes or 1 minute per point or 90 seconds per point, and they've obviously opted for the 1 minute per point, and it really can get quite, as you know, if you play 1 minute per point and get really tight at the end. And so they seem to be aware of that. Both of them are playing faster than I expected them to.
Yeah, well, you still have your delay time. Though. That's the biggest mistake when you're playing faster matches is not using your delay time.
Right.
You can take your time, slows the pace down. You still have 12 seconds. And for online play, I really like a minute. I think it's good for online.
Yeah, without the shaking and rolling and cocking dice, throwing them off the table. Yeah.
Yeah, and the pip count's automatic there. You just you have it already. So.
Good to me.
A slight variation on our holding games.
Yeah, this is halfway between a classical holding and a mutual holding game. It's kind of in between.
Yeah.
Would just come down here and then shift. Yeah.
Yeah,
like this.
I think so. I think you want to get off the 15 point. I don't know why he'd break that. That doesn't. I'm not quite buying that.
That's a nice landing point still at the moment. That bar point.
4 to 3, probably.
Yeah, I don't really see the Mirrored
This
in
is
this.
the same thing. I don't see the difference. There's probably not much of a difference at all between 4-3 and 3-2.
Yeah.
Well, Steve can hold everything, and I think he should.
Yeah, for sure. Because he can still hold it next turn. I would not come down.
I don't understand that play.
Oh,
that
I think
strange
I think that's a clear mistake.
Yeah, why would he take pressure off the 15 there?
Yeah, there is no reason for that. Even though you do have good solid contact there, because having the golden point 6 away out there, but still.
Oh, look at this.
Yeah, I must admit, if I'm black, I was relieved to see that midpoint go of Steve's.
Oh.
Well, I guess in the end, it doesn't really matter. But well,
you want to get off. You want to get off the 11 point, although your lead's not that big. But is it really so easy to get those checkers from the 15-point home?
I don't think
you want to leave them an 8 or a 5-3 or 4-4.
I think you just have to do this.
This is just I mean, I would say you're well up in the race. That'd be comfortable with this play.
If Steve gets a low number, you're right at you're right there to double too, and it's a little more understood. This is a little less understood position actually.
I don't much care for this. I think the small is just he might have to lose some points rather than playing off of.
I agree.
Reece is pretty good at, like I say, shuffling these around and studying each one.
This is a good play, actually. I like this.
I considered this, actually. I didn't say I didn't like it as much as one of the other moves, but
look, double fives is really good anyway, right? So you're only giving him 6-4. He has a blot now, and you pretty much have a cube after, for sure. Unless he gets a big number.
I think I quite like this play, but
this looks right to me.
Yeah, I'd keep the 6s blocked. I mean, it's the others.
Yeah.
They don't quite get me there,
Well, that's good enough.
That's easy right here. Yeah.
That's not a good roll for Steve.
It's starting to get a little bit awkward for Steve.
Getting
small number, and this is a small number. Steve might be the one to have to get first.
Great.
He may clear the 7 this time, though.
I don't like that. I like.
No, I think I'd keep all the points too.
Okay.
I want that landing spot.
Steve was able to maintain his board. Keeping the landing spot. He has to give one of the landing spots up.
Yep.
One's prettier, one's got the gap.
Which is better? I think the prettier one is better. I generally find introducing the gap here is wrong more often than
not. There's that 11 point.
Yeah.
Love and hate simultaneously.
And
it's love now. It did its job well.
So
how big is the lead? The lead's pretty big. So here's what he's thinking about, and a lot of people overlook this. Yes, you might leave a shot, but really, how bad is that? Let's say you're going to roll 5-4, or almost even 6-1.
Nope.
Even if you're going to roll that, you might be happier having turned the cube. Now here it's a repeating thing. This is only 11 shots versus however many that is. 14, 15. It's a lot of shots.
That should be 6.
It's only 11. I think I'd go this way. Plus, White has to move. Steve has to move.
Yep.
Steve's happy to move though with that blot in the inner board and killed checkers. And the race is still it's still very viable race here.
I wouldn't do that. I'd do the other one.
Yeah, 5 less shots, isn't it? The other way.
That's a lot.
Yep. Of course, the
It's a good way to
shots
see the value of how
could
big
be done
that
either way. The shots are a little more potent though if you do make the point. So that is something that your returns here. An ace is a lot more valuable without that blot.
Now, Steve's thinking if he can play on. He's going through the numbers here if he should play on or not.
Your opponent
He
doubles.
Play on
decided
here.
it was a double
New
pass.
game.
Yeah. But that was the delay there for sure. He was just doing a quick estimate of gammons and covers.
Oh, nice roll for Steve. So I guess you step up to the 22. See some daylight, maybe. I wouldn't make the 23.
No. I'd step up. I would not do this double slot. I think that's a little bit of a mistake.
Yeah, it allows Steve to do something like that.
And now it's like kind of awkward where maybe you'd be a bit more delighted to take a chance on the hit.
Correct. Yeah.
He's not going to do that. That's just, he can't hit. So.
Yeah.
Well, he could hit. It is sending a checker back and stripping away the bar point.
Your opponent doubles.
I would not. This invited the cube. It was like I didn't like
it.
It was just
monstrously punished too. Monstrously punished.
Oh no!
Double hit.
Could have 4 in the bar here.
The double hit.
He's gonna do.
Well, this is exciting.
Hit can cover.
Oh, baby. Yeah.
Needs a 3.
Oh,
that's pretty good.
Yeah.
All right, back to work.
Still rather have let's see, Steve's side of it though.
Oh, he lifted that one. Okay. Avoided the double hit.
That does hit though.
Well, he might not. Might just do this.
Oh, I didn't see he was on the bar. Oh, that's perfect.
And now we've got a game.
It's not silly to play 13 to 10 here.
Makes sense to me. He's not exactly thrilled to jump off the 21. Like so, I think that's
I think it.
I'm down.
Oh, wrong
I would not do 8 to 3. I would do this. Yeah.
If you're going to hit, you do it that way.
Try to build nice and pure if you can.
This is a poopy roll.
Yeah. Just has to bide his time with this one. Now that's a nice little shake. Yes.
That's a good point.
That's
right
really
there.
thinking of 3. There's his 3. I guess he'll just make the 4.
Yeah. Nothing else.
Well, there's this.
Oh, cute. Yeah, we see it too.
I don't know. Can't be that bad.
He gets points for creativity.
Then you get this. Well, I guess you just run off. Got spring loaded for a reason, right?
Yeah, that's what he's there. Why he's there.
Steve can jump off the back here if he wants. There he goes. He's not afraid of the board. No fear.
Yep.
He's not going to do that.
Yeah. Does Steve just slot the 8 here?
Yes.
Yeah. I don't even know what plan B would be.
I would. Yeah. This is just.
All right. Some semblance of purity has been retained.
Ooh, and an ugly one.
It's garbage, yeah.
That's not nice. That's a bad roll.
Clear the 14, whatever.
Well, you can play the 3 in and then 14 to 13.
Okay.
That's my play as well.
Only one blot. Yeah.
Yeah, only one block.
And then when he hits you, he's breaking the mid. So.
I mean, it's certainly a prettier play and feels better and it'll clean up nicely to make this play. But that extra blot is a big deal. Plus, it's a couple extra shots, 4 extra shots, I guess.
Yeah, and 4 is a lot.
Yeah, and now, I mean, he's happy to hit.
Step up here. dupe the numbers? Probably.
Well, they've already got threes duped.
Oh, the threes dupe now. Yeah. I was seeing it was the other way. So
I think he's got a hit, surely.
Well, yeah,
No,
I would
he
be
didn't.
here.
I'm a little bit surprised about that.
And Reese's timing isn't great.
Convenient 7.
yeah, it's not bad, but he's going to end up with an ace-point game. He's going to have to come out.
Yeah.
No,
Pretty much has to hit this one.
yep, has to hit it. Ooh, not where you wanted it to come in.
Yeah, desperately seeking a 3. And look at this. There it is.
That's a nice number.
Great shot. Yeah. All right, he's timed okay-ish.
Yeah, now he's sweet.
There you go.
Look at that.
We got 20 shots,
What a beaut.
and they're probably winners.
Yeah, 0-0. You cannot recube this.
No.
Womp womp. All right. So now we're probably going to be looking at the ace point variation that we had mentioned earlier.
Yeah, he had actually gained timing, but then blew it again. With the.
I almost commented on that last play that maybe he should abandon the 4-point just to protect against double ones and double twos and 2-1.
Start clearing, Steve. Start the pre-clear. Oh,
And there we are again.
That's a good play. I like ripping. I'm always like, if I get hit, I want to have more guys off, but it could very well be wrong. But I don't think if you don't clear, I don't think anything was leaving a shot next turn. Maybe there was some hidden numbers that left shots. But
Oh, this is horrible, isn't it?
really, Fuggo. Yeah, this is not good.
that was KG's fault. I think he called the double twos and double ones and stuff. He kind of
Well, yeah, I mean, I actually think there's a lot to be said for Reece having abandoned the 21-point, 2 or 3 rolls ago, just because of 1-1, 2-1, and double twos, and he rolled 2-1 followed by double twos and got this mess as a reward.
Yeah, so now, I mean, he's probably going to end up with an ace-point game and a crunched board. Oh, wow.
Oh,
That's too much.
Well, the gammons have gone way up here.
That's too much.
Then you don't want KG calling your bad numbers. Not only does it happen once, it happens 3 times in a row. It's like, boom.
I was going to say the last 6 rolls, the highest number between the 2 dice has been a 3, and that had only appeared once.
Oh, that's clean.
Great, nice little clean roll. Not without problems, though.
The structure is a little awkward, but I mean, I
think he probably wants the point. It looked like, can you really run out of this thing in time to save it on strength and brute power?
There it is. There's a shot. He was good at hitting threes before for stepping up, but he missed it.
Double shot here if you're lucky.
Not that. Just okay. He's playing safe. He could also clear. Rip it. You could have ripped a checker too.
The split seems pretty reasonable here.
Because G's on the ballpark. I mean, if you rip the checker, it's one less roll. Theoretically, you could have one less roll. Oh, great roll for Steve.
Wow.
If you would have split, it would have been.
Yeah, disaster.
Look at that.
Back to the 2-1s again.
These 2-point blockades are hard to get over.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Uh-oh. Okay. Still.
Without a 1, it's looking like G. There's a 1. Still have to perform. Brings it in efficiently or count the numbers.
That gives double 5 if you play that one away. 18 to 14.
Yeah, because if you bring it in, double 5s would miss. So.
Oh,
and it gives double 4s as well.
Look at that.
And 4s. Very
Look
nice.
at that.
New
Never
game.
worried. Never
Did
any
not-
question.
law of averages, after the 2-1, 2-1, 3-1, 2-1, he was due a double 4-25.
Clearly do.
Look at that. Great shot.
Replays itself.
This will be a cube from
Yeah,
Reece.
this is a send even at the score.
I don't think it's too good. Like double pass.
Your opponent doubles. New game.
Disciplined lay down there. Sorry, I got the score mixed up there for a second. All right, there we go.
We've almost got our 5-point and 18-point holding game going.
Oh, he could have it now if he plays the 60.
He's got it.
Hits from the bar. No, sorry. Yeah, hits from the bar, I guess, and then loses the anchor.
And this is just like early game again, so you're gonna hit.
Yeah, let's all run backwards. No. Hit him in order. We're going with all. I don't know about that.
Well, he does have some race lead, maybe trying to maintain it.
This somehow doesn't look like a racing position.
Yeah.
But you're right. I mean, that's almost certainly why he did it.
Probably just 6-4. Try to get the first point on the board.
Your first one to build a home board point wins.
So here, this is.
Or first one to give up his 6-point wins. We like to see that again.
Dupe the hit and cover twos. So again,
well, maybe he's supposed to hit.
This looks reasonable.
Yeah, just have to do it here, I think. Well, maybe not. He does again. Race leads, so
it's not that big of a race lead. It just seems early game. You don't have a point yet. You just hit. That just seems pretty.
Right.
It seems pretty straightforward to me, actually. I mean, at least how I play it. It could very well be close. It's just two different styles of the same play.
Yeah, it's one of those where the wrong one's going to have some very different merit.
I just say when no one has a point yet and no one has that many builders, the race lead doesn't matter. It's just like early game, basically. I see it like, you just keep
just to let you know, I've had a message off Martin because some matches started early this round. The UK were 60-54 behind before the start of this last round. They are now 65-58 behind, so they're 7 points behind. And it's the first one to 76 points that wins. So the USA will still need another 11 points from these remaining matches, and the UK will need 18. So just to give you an update there, guys.
So that means how many of the matches are this round?
Well, it's 12 matches. I guess with another, there's a total of 150 points up for grabs, and 65-58 is 123. That means that some of the PRs won't be back on some of these current matches.
Yeah.
So probably, let's say 130. There's probably still 7 matches or 8 matches still to be announced, for the results in this round to be announced. Another 24 points up for grabs. It's hard to tell who's winning the PR in this one, unless some of you have had a go, because most of the games have been pretty sort of holding type games.
I mean, I've disagreed with Reece more than I have with Steve so far, so I would say Steve.
Yeah, there was a couple of that Reece didn't play, perhaps, that we agree. You're right. If I was to pick someone, I'd probably be signing for Steve.
Should he hit or should he not? Several of them, and he'd have to get all of those not to get a hit. He could get some of them right, some of them not, but Steve seemed a little more straightforward.
Okay. another should I hit, but I don't, which I can understand.
I'm going to pull up this sheet so we can follow the game within the game here.
Nice point.
We're watching Steve Sax and Reece play, but we're really also worried about what's going on altogether. I mean, this is the final round, so.
You'll notice that Reece is down to under 4 minutes now, which is why I said.
Point. Good point.
Yeah, this is usual for Reece.
Well, so far this round, it looks like MCG won 3 points against Gaz Owen, so he won the match and the PR. Jourso won 1 point against Simone Bochet, so Simon 2-1. So it looks like Joe won the PR and Simon won the match. And John Klein against Ken Gibson, also 2-1. So it looks like John Klein won the PR and Ken Gibson won the match.
Okay.
All right, what's happening here?
It's a cube, surely. Oh, I don't know. The 5-point open. Not with the 5-point open. I don't.
Looks like a cube to me.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
I mean, how many really bad numbers are there, and then how many return shots are there if you roll one? Because there's definitely, if you roll a good number here, there's definitely gammons.
So Joe,
right. And you have position. I think the cube is clear here.
Joe Russell just called me. He said the score is 65-58 with 3 matches down and 9 to go. So
no double. So that's I think that's good for. I mean, I think
that might hurt the PR if it was a double, because these are volatile, aren't they? So XG doesn't like it when you miss these.
Well, sometimes if you're playing for a gammon, it's often not that big an error.
That's a good point. I mean, how close was it to being too good?
Well, that's what he thought it was double because it was too good. He didn't double. It wasn't that he wasn't good enough. He didn't double because he thought it was too good.
Because he thought it was too good. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Now it's clearly too good. So That's interesting. Right. I think this is just double pass, but maybe it's too good still.
Well, he never made his 5-point. The two goods, the big two goods came if he just started right out and made his 5-point.
Well, now I think the two good anymore. Out the window.
No. Now there's no gammon here now. It's just double pass now.
But has he got a bad roll? Because he could be.
Oh, look! All right.
He's so much for that.
Yeah, he didn't have a bad roll.
Yeah, PR counts. So technical two goods are good. He gets extra rolls here. I mean, Steve gets extra rolls as well because he's not on the bar.
All right.
Well, I don't know why you do that.
Isn't that fun? I don't believe I'd do that.
Oh, it's a full 6 prime. Yeah, he can probably do that. He can get caught, though.
I think I kind of liked that play, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I thought that was quite neat, actually.
The problem with the play was the 2-4, 2-3, or whatever it was that hit the front blot and covered the 5-point, left things a little awkward.
Your opponent doubles.
Okay.
So Texas.
New game.
All right.
Okay. Match equity here, I believe it's 7-away, 7-away is about 50% for each.
That's nice to know. I'll write that down.
At least that's from the old Wolseley match equity table from from the 80s.
It's now 61-65. Pete Heskett won his match and PR versus Kit.
Oh, wow.
So that's a really good result. So that's narrowed it to 4 points now. Could all rest on this match, by the time all the other matches are finished. That would be exciting.
There been a pause here?
Neither clock is running.
Yep. I think there must be, just sort of relief break or something. Yep.
Yeah, maybe some dice fell off the table.
Yeah,
Nothing's
Reece
in
a
the
little
chat.
lower on time, right? I mean, 7-point match, 3 minutes. Going to be a little short on time if this drags out.
Yeah, that's a luxury for Reece. He's quite often playing a 7-point match with less than a minute left. He just seems to get used to it. He finished one match yesterday with 4 seconds on his clock. Not in this tournament. In something that he played in after the WBIF.
Wow.
Do you make the 5-point?
Yes,
Yeah.
please.
Yeah, that's pretty easy.
5-3 is it's not so swift.
Run away.
Yeah, probably. You don't run, I guess you make the 3-point, but I think you run.
You got the racing lead, so just hope.
Tough. Double
Balls
numbers.
and ones.
Nothing yet. So often, I mean, the corollary when you don't run the last checkers is when you haven't made the first point in your board yet. So this could very well be right to make the point in the board. And he does opt for the corollary of Puddle's law of always run the last checker is except if you're making the first point in your board.
Your opponent doubles. Your opponent takes.
Oh, wow. What a...
Boom, boom.
1.
No, I would
freeze the development here and try to get some tasty G's.
That certainly looks good.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, and that does.
All right, here we go.
Okay.
2, 3, 4, 10. There you go. Bingo. I bring builders fast.
Okay.
Yeah, that back checker, the 23 gets out. So.
Yep.
Convenient spot for that.
Well,
he gets everything.
I would bring it down. I think any checker down helps here.
Well, then you have double sixes and double threes to cover, but yeah. But I guess it was one less builder, but.
That looks right to me right there. I don't like that.
I wouldn't lift.
No lift. I don't think he's developed enough.
Yeah, it's only a 2-point board.
Well, hit him.
Other side.
Wrong way round.
Yeah,
upside.
All right, things looking quite nice. A nice potential 8-4 lead out of nowhere for Reece if he can polish this off. Oh, wow. Yep. A little awkward, but I don't think it's going to be a problem.
Yeah, I think we're in the 90s, high 90s in gammons.
Okay. Did not want to come in there, I don't think, but
I think we're in the high 99.5s right now.
So it's going to be 3 away, 7 away.
He correctly waits to get the little one extra decision here.
Oh, and he gets the decision right even.
Yeah.
New game.
That was key. If you wait around to get that extra decision and blow it, that hurts.
Oops, well, that takes all the sting out of it.
Got a split, probably.
Yeah, which one do you split to?
I do not split into that.
You could even mush them all up in the outfield there, by the way.
This is a beaut. I mean, oh,
You
I
step
think
up
I just
there.
go to 5. I like the
The
builder.
17 points sets up the double fives disaster roll.
Good point.
It's actually non-trivial.
Man, how many double ones are they rolling here? It's 6 ones in a row. Might be 7 because there was a 3-1 before that. So.
Yeah, seven ones in a row.
So now we've got a nice little match score problem here.
Yeah, 3 away. It's a tricky one, isn't it? It's an easy cue, but a regular score.
Yep. And that was a pretty good sequence there.
With contact, it often just moves from not a double to too good. You can't double it all. Normally, wait until you're up around, 75% wins. But then your gammons, if they're too high, then you're basically kind of too good, and the other guy still has a take. So,
how do you evaluate this position?
Good question.
Yeah. Has the needle been threaded here? I mean, these are just so tough. Okay. Well,
Your opponent doubles.
Whenever I have significant contact.
Really want to take this? Does anybody really want to take this?
No one does, but if
you want to, you might just have to.
New game.
I don't know.
Go. That's so annoying when the person gets a good 3-way cube in there because it's so hard to double normally.
Yeah, that was a really, really good cube by Reece.
Just a 9 point?
Yeah.
Yeah, that looks good. Certainly preferable to going to the 13. Well, bonk, bonk. So at score, do you have something?
Your opponent
Yeah,
doubles.
this is a double. I'm just thinking, I think it's a take. A lot of checkers.
Yeah, I mean, even with the score, it's hard to let that go.
Yeah.
Had a most deceiving one come up yesterday. Very similar position in a local tournament. This could be closer than we think on the take pass.
That doesn't surprise me. I think I've discovered since, playing a lifetime's worth of backgammon, leaving for 15 years and then coming back when there was XG all over the place. One of the biggest things that XG has helped me with in my second backgammon life is taking too many of these, just like you said.
Yeah.
And I also played tons of money backgammon in the old days, and these were all takes. And now some of these match scores, they aren't anymore. And I just see, this is a huge take, and I take it.
I'm gonna make the guess. This is probably a let go, but I could be wrong on this.
That 9 points a big deal. I mean, his structure's fine here, and Steve's, not exactly. He only has 2 on his midpoint. He does have some beaters in there, but I don't know.
It looks 11 of those zone. I mean, get Steve's game plan right off the back. It's just attack, attack, attack.
Well, yeah.
Um,
But he is trying to make.
I'm gonna put this one in.
I think I would.
New
I would
game.
take. I would have taken because he made the 1 point as well. Maybe if he'd have made the 4 point.
No, but the 1 point increases his gammons, and that's what he's doubling on is based on the gammons. I'm not.
I mean, rather than the one, if he'd have had the 4 and 6
Your
made, I
opponent
would have
doubles.
passed. But you mean the one? Oh, anyway. Normally, Reece is very strong with cube decisions, so I'm not going to go against him. I'm going to run it into XG after this match, though. Unless anybody.
I'm putting it in now. This one.
Oh, brilliant! I really want to know what it is, Ian.
Can I get? How do you get a copy of the match? Are these available somewhere, or can it be shipped to me?
If you're on here, well, you are on Heroes. Like at the end, I think it will say "Get Match File," maybe, and you can click on that and download the match.
Oh, so it might actually give me a choice.
I think so.
It is in fact a monster take, big time.
Yeah. I don't know what Reece normally hammers those. He's so accurate at those normally. I mean, he's down to less than a minute as well, so he's going to have to make some quick decisions now.
What were his winning chances there?
He's at 42.2%.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just he wins too much. Yeah, very high G's, but just too many wins.
So advantage to Steve PR wise, I should think. So we really need this win.
Yeah, that was
I'm
a
sure I didn't like
170.
the other aces, by the way, here.
Hey, Joe, how's it going?
I'm not sure about. I think we like the priming.
Yeah, so do I.
Yeah, you kind of got a prime when your guys are back on the ace point there. It's a lot of work to get those around.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah,
got
maybe
a score update from Joe, 68-61, US
Oops.
favorite. 5 complete, 7 matches to go.
So 7 points behind with 7 matches to go, did you say?
Yes.
There's all kinds of plays available here. He hasn't even looked at one of the candidates, which is to pop out and come up from the back.
24-22, yeah.
Yeah, I think he's afraid of giving too many numbers that aren't the cover and hit numbers, but that was one. Anyway, he was able to get it anyway.
Oh, wow.
Look at
Oh, bingo.
Nice
that.
fight there.
That's a great number.
Track.
Great return, though. Great return by Steve. Anchoring, diversifying his builders up front. He's in a great position to attack. This does dupe the fives here. 2-1, not a good shot. He should go 13-11 here, or 13-10. Probably 13-11.
I can stay back. Just play 5-4 or 6-5.
Yeah.
Okay, big
I don't
shot.
know about that.
He's got to jump out, right?
Try to get out of there.
Whatever he plays, he better do it quickly.
20 seconds on blue. Jeez. All right.
Appears to have worked.
Time trouble.
Now, do you slot the 2 or the 3? Probably the 2, just because you have more builders. Yeah. Ooh, blocked.
Wow.
A good number.
As far as it can go.
Oh, interesting. I
No,
think I
don't
would
do that.
block.
I like the first one he was playing with better. I guess he's looking for the hit and re-hit.
Like this. Here it
Like
is.
this.
There's opportunities.
Yeah.
And Steve has to hit because he has to leave a shot anyway. So he's just thinking about what to do.
No choice.
I would not lift this.
Oh,
Well, look at that.
that was big.
All right, big time here.
4, but it's a 6 and a 4. There it is. A scrappy 4. Look at that. 6 splits.
Yeah, absolutely.
There's the 3.
Has to pop one loose though.
Yeah, you can't be shy.
Steve looking for a 9. 5-1 will slap loose.
Whoa.
Lot swinging on this roll right here.
This is a big roll again.
Wow.
Oh, look at this.
Okay.
No cover.
Does not cover. Gets the ace point though, which is
Yeah, he'll get the ace point, reduce the shots, and still be able to pick up another checker, although it dupes the 3s.
Yeah.
So maybe he just runs. Well, this. Oh, there's
All right.
a 3.
Cover and then split him up.
Oh, yeah. The split. Wow, Steve looking for a big 4 points here, which would tie this up.
Wow.
It is a huge favorite actually to get the G here. I think it's I'm not sure the reference, but I know it's upward of 70% at least.
Yeah, it's got to be because it's just
Higher.
it's 40% just for the 2 on the bar.
Yeah, I think it's you have 3 on the bar. I think
Like extras for ones in the outfield, right? So I'm not 100% sure on these, but looks like a lot.
But it's getting higher.
Well,
it just dipped a bit then.
No, this will be a very interesting one now. I mean, Reece
That's tough.
has already cheated death on one of these, if I'm remembering correctly.
Yeah, he's going to still have to roll well to get this one done.
Yeah, I think Steve's going to need a doubles. That's my prediction.
He's got an
Gonna be
odd
a
number of
good
checkers.
Ooh.
Yeah, can't leave it 7-0.
There you go.
Oh, another one saved.
Never worry.
Yeah, no sweat. No sweat.
New game.
All right, now the fun score. That's the beauty of this one now.
That's a good save, the cube saver.
Absolutely.
There's an old Magriel saying at this score, and that's when you're the guy who needs 4. You should probably double on the opening roll, otherwise you're going to mess it up. But if you think you're good enough to know when to double, then you should definitely double on the opening roll because you're definitely going to mess it up.
But when you're playing for PR and you could get a small decision by not doing it. So when it gets tricky with PR is if you're playing, let's say a 2.5 PR, that's the equivalent of like an error of 0.005 per decision. Okay. But if you're playing around that, even if you know it's a small mistake, like a 0.003 or something, not to double, it's correct not to double if you want to do PR, and PR is a component of this. So this is not really normal backgammon when PR is a component. So you'd want to test yourself and not double right away.
Update.
When we have an hour, you can explain to me what you just said.
Yeah. Well, PR, if you average a 5 PR, it's the equivalent of making a mistake of a 0.01 per move. So let's say you do the opening roll and there's a difference of a 0.01, your PR is going to be 5 right on the bat.
Just got a score update, 68-64 with 6 matches to go. And on top of that, Steve Bibby just played a 0.56 PR in the match board. So it's a pretty incredible play.
Did he win the PR in that one?
Would have to assume so, yes.
Or else they probably would have told you what the other guy's PR was too.
Went up 3 points, so
okay.
Pretty big.
Excellent.
Yeah.
That was a
so
great
now these
result.
are interesting at this score. I've been using the rule of 80 of Neil Kazaros's, where if the player who is 4 away reaches a sum total of their wins and gammons being over 80, then it's probably a pass for the 2 away players. So it's kind of a nifty trick that I've.
I like that rule of 80.
Yeah, I use that as well. I don't think Steve's been in that. In fact, I think Reece is ready to.
Yeah, I think it's high time now.
Your opponent doubles.
Clear pass.
Double pass now. He's
new game.
Yep. All right.
I've had remarkable success in my cube decisions at Crawford games.
Yes.
I think I've never gotten it wrong, actually.
Yeah, I've got 100% record. So gammons do matter, don't they?
They certainly do.
Absolutely.
That was a good
Reece has had the best of it. Yeah.
I don't know. It might be right to make the strange looking 22 point here.
That's a good spot because I would have just auto made the 4 point without thinking.
Yeah, I'm not saying it's right. I'm just saying it's worth looking at.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Especially after that.
Yeah. I mean, you got 3 checkers back there. They're. What are you going to do with them?
I'll just slot it.
$13-8.
And this is not
Not too much concern if he makes that defensive anchor.
Yeah, I don't know if I jump here. I don't know.
I'm not sure I would either. I might just give up the midpoint.
But it would have been pointed on. Well, maybe not, but then pointed on, he gets the once return. So I don't know if he would have stayed.
You give the 4-6 here?
I would definitely give the 4-6. So.
Yeah, I think I would have probably hit.
This seems a little front loaded.
Steve's just gonna keep the contact, isn't he? And now I'd give the 1-6-2-5, I think. I think I'd make the 4-point, but I'm not. Reece hasn't got time.
Oh, don't.
I think that's my time.
4-point looks good. And look at this, a hit and up to the edge. Oh, and I was going to hit him off the edge.
Look, what's he got? Has he got 4 seconds left?
He's got 4 seconds. He had that in the match.
No time for thinking.
I think that's correct.
Wow.
What a beautiful roll.
Oh, my gosh. He's got to get a 6, though.
Well, he has time, though. If he gets other number, it's still a 5 prime. And there's 6.
What a
wow. What a swing.
That is crazy.
It swung for Steve incredibly with the right numbers, and then it was just amazing. Although here we are again, a hit, and to the edge. But he has to bust, and he's not going to bust.
Oh, that's like curtains there.
It's going to be hard to resuscitate this.
Steve's just fingers crossed that there's 4 seconds left. Geoff had been talking about this.
He had one earlier, Ian. Today, he played in a WBIF match and ended with 4 seconds.
Wow. Well, let's see if history repeats itself.
Yeah, well, at least he hasn't got any difficult decisions to make for a little while.
Kind of a nice little shooing of the hit there. Doesn't really need it, you know.
Well, I'm going to say this is it's not over yet, but pretty close to being over.
All right.
Oh.
Yeah, just spike it. Yeah.
I don't know if I would have done that. Hey, it looks like you'll win a G here and win 12-7.
I mean, he certainly picked up 2 points. I'm not so sure if. I've just had a note from Simon Barget. Seb won his match and PR as well. But I think I'd love to know what that made the score now.
Well, I'm thinking this is 2 for UK and 1 for US.
I agree.
You don't know that, but that's my guess.
Will we find out? Does Heroes kind of just
Boris won his events against Peter Bennett, but did not win the PR. It's saying
Look
on
at
this,
this. We got a shot.
68-64.
Oh.
All right. Well,
with 1, 2, 3 matches to go, only 2 matches after this to go. Man, if we could jump right over to Oliver Squire or Oliver Squire, Dimitri, and John O'Hagan, Tim Cross, the last 2 matches out there, it looks like those are the matches that are going to need to be decided.
Okay, well, if Martin's listening, we need to, hopefully he'll tell us that we can go over to one of those 2 matches.
Right now it's 68-67, but the PR is still to be determined.
Wow.
No, the PR
We
is
have
still
a
being
winner.
determined.
Haji.
Wachtel
Kent?
versus
Oh,
Yeah.
sorry. Just to let you know, can you see get match file in the chat
Yes,
box?
I did.
Okay, so I'm actually going to get it as well because I found that quite interesting, some of those.
Very.
All right, I appear to have captured it.
now they've updated. It says 72 US, 69 UK.
Wow.
Wow.
Which are we waiting for word on
But
which
they
table
still
to go
haven't
to?
put this match in yet.
Yeah, let's hope that Martin is listening. Otherwise,
So
I've
with
only
this,
got
with this match, I mean, just on the, if you just do the match win, it's 72-71, waiting on the PR
Let's continue.
for this match.
Wow. Well, Oliver and Oliver and Dimitri are playing, and it's
Got a little update.
it looks like Oliver's going to win the match.
Yeah, that would be huge.
Yeah.
US has to win the other
Yeah,
one.
Oliver's won the match. So well done, Oliver. He's having a tremendous
So if
tournament.
Oliver wins the match, I think that would make it, if the US in that PR, we just don't know.
We have a winner.
This is down to
Squareos
this
Hicks.
last match, actually.
So Roberto, we do have a little update there. And actually, according to Heroes, and it's being run in XG now, it's going to be razor thin on the PR. Heroes had it as less than 0.1 between the two. So it's going to be extremely close.
Wow.
That could go either way. That is nothing. Yeah, the Heroes, it's generally way off. It's often off by one PR in each direction for each player.
Yeah, well, it's going to be close at least. We do know that. All right, so official Steve won that one on the PR, 296 to 343.
Wow. Well played by Reece there. But I knew Steve was pretty great. I did not see a lot of mistakes, and that normally implies under 3.
Reece is most of his game he's playing error-free. It's not uncommon for Reece to play a sub-3. But there were a couple of decisions there that I want to check and see.
A lot of that has to be the pass, which we know of, which was was a 170. So I mean, if it weren't for that, I mean, he may well have just won.
Did you say that Oliver won the match?
Oliver won the match, yeah.
So if Oliver won the match, it's 73-73 if we don't know that PR yet.
Oh my gosh.
On that PR, and then there's 4 points out there between O'Hagan and Tim Cross. So it is tied right now, down to the wire with the last match to go. 73-73, waiting on the PR between Dimitri and Oliver, and then we'll have to jump to the match right now, the final one. I'm gonna start watching.
Which is the final? Which is the final match?
That's John O'Hagan, Tim Cross.
I don't see them.
I don't either.
That's the one out there to be played that hasn't been reported on. So
it hasn't been reported. Okay. They're not in the room, so either they've played it. Hold on. I'm getting some. I'm getting some information sent through now on some of the matches. Peter Bennett won the PR against Boris. I don't know how the match score went. So that these are some of the PR results coming in. Reece has sent his over. As Ian's already said, Reece has. He's got 344 against 288. They're actually saying in the UK Magriel chat that it could be a playoff.
Ooh, I want a playoff.
Well, what happened with that O'Hagan Tim Cross match? Where are they?
That's what we don't
have on the sheet, and I don't see him I don't see him either.
I've got Chris Bray against Fortuitous.
Wait, now it's saying 77-73. That means the US would have won.
Well, Chris Bray won his PR.
3-0 O'Hagan over Tim Cross. If that's official,
really?
On the short score sheet right now, if that's official, the USA has won the Magriel Cup down to the wire. O'Hagan bringing it home in a great match that we haven't seen or didn't know what would happen, but that would be
Wow.
Amazing. But that's what's on the score sheet now. Everything's filled out. 77-73.
Wow.
Well, that was very exciting.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and John O'Hagan is somebody who not only is one of the nicest guys in backgammon, but one of the strongest players the US could field. So it's sort of it's quite appropriate that he was the last result to come in against somebody of Tim Cross's standard as well. John to walk away with the 3 points there.
Yeah, it looks like Dimitri putting up PR against Oliver. I don't know if it's close, but Oliver won. So that one went 2-1. With that 3-0 from O'Hagan, that 1 point would not have made a difference.
Right.
Either.
Okay, I don't know if Martin or Julia are there.
I'm here.
Did you hear? Can you confirm that we've heard what you've just heard?
Looking at the scoreboard, it's now everything has been entered. Unless there's mistakes to get corrected, it is 77-73. So well done to the US team. Well done to everyone. There's been some awesome performances, but particularly well done to the US team.
Well, I love all my Brit friends, but USA backgammon, woo!
You know. Thrilled for the US on that one. No doubt about it.
Yeah, well done, US. I think we put up a good fight.
Well, that was fun. When do we do it again?
That's the idea, to make it a regular feature. I'm not quite sure whether it's every 2 years or 3 years. 3 years would seem to be apt, because in 3 years' time it would have been Paul's 80th birthday on the 1st of July. And the 4th of July, of course, is the 250th anniversary of the Declaration of Independence.
Is that a British thing? Oh, that's the US.
That is very much a US thing. You weren't very happy with us.
Yeah.
Yeah, somebody asked me once if I celebrated July the 4th, and I said, you know what, it's not really something we celebrate in the UK.
Well, right on. That was fun, guys. Good match. Nice hanging with all. And
well, congratulations, USA. Breaks my
heart. All right, thank you, everybody. I appreciate being allowed to join you, and I'm out of here.
Yeah, take care.
Bye-bye.
Yeah, me too. Thanks, Martin. Thanks, Roberto.
Yeah, thanks, Julia, Martin, everyone that pulled this all together.
Thanks, Geoff. And Ian.
All right.
And a big thank you to everyone who's been watching. We hope you've had a really enjoyable evening. And just before we go, a quick note that next weekend we'll have live coverage of the England versus Scottish ladies. This is an annual match. We hope to have commentary all day Saturday. That's Saturday the 21st of October. And we look forward to having you back then. Until then, thank you ever so much for being with us, and good night.
Thanks for all your help, Julia. Thank you.
Thanks, Geoff and Julia.